Hi friends! I have a really nice, yummy, stretchy practice for you today that will be so good if you need to take a break from work. When we're sitting for too long, we tend to hunch our shoulders forward, especially if we're typing. We tend to get tight in our lower backs and our hips, and we also tend to shorten our psoas muscles. So we're going to work on some stretches today that will help open up those spaces in your body and hopefully make you feel a little bit better physically as you're working from home. So let's go ahead and start with 3-part breath. Please bring one hand to your low belly and one hand to your heart. I'd like to invite you to close your eyes. Inhale deep, pressing your belly out, expanding through your ribs. Inhaling into your heart space. Exhale from your heart, drawing your ribs together and navel towards your spine. Inhale, pressing your belly out, expanding your ribs, filling up your heart space. Exhale from your heart space, contracting your ribs and drawing your belly in. One more time, inhale into your low belly, filling your rib cage, coming into your heart space. And exhale from your heart space, drawing your ribs together, and bringing your navel towards your spine. And release. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, interlace your fingers. Exhale, press out between your shoulder blades, rounding your spine. Inhale, sweep your arms up, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Rotating your heart towards the ceiling on your side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, rolling your shoulders back, opening your heart. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, interlace your fingers. Exhale, press out between your shoulder blades, rounding your spine. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, opening your heart. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, inhale, interlace your fingers. Exhale, press out between your shoulder blades. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, opening your heart. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring your hands to your knees. Inhale, lengthening your spine, drawing the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you, coming into a gentle twist. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. And one more time, inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, coming back to center, lengthening the spine. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Gaze over your left shoulder, drawing your navel towards your spine as you twist. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, coming back to center, lengthening the spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhale, begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Aim to keep your back as flat as you can, only coming as far as you have space for today. It's okay if it's not that far right now. We're just working on opening up the body, releasing any tension from sitting for too long. Inhale, walking your hands back up. And let's sweep our legs to the side, rolling over to come into tabletop. Hands are directly below your shoulders, knees directly below your hips. Fingertips are spread wide, base knuckle of the index finger pressing into the mat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, melt your heart forward. Exhale, press out between your shoulder blades, rounding your spine, dropping the head. Inhale, broadening across your collarbone, looking up. Exhale, dropping the tailbone, releasing the neck. Inhale, melting the heart forward. Exhale, rounding the spine. Let's take two more with your own breath, just because this feels really nice. And meet in a tabletop. Spread your fingertips a little bit wider if you can. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and come into a hovering table, engaging the core. And let's hold here. Just a couple more breaths, you can do it. Pressing the mat away. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, bring your heart towards your thighs and extend your stance, coming into downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out the feet, pressing alternate heels into the mat. I really like to explore the diagonals of the body here, so pressing your left heel and right hand in, your right heel and left hand. Just noticing how that feels. You can get a really nice shoulder stretch. Maybe pressing the heels, coming up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, press heels, lift the toes. Inhale, tiptoes. Exhale, press your heels, lift your toes. Inhale, sweep your right toes up. And exhale, step your right foot between your hands, gently lowering your left knee. I'm going to show you two options here. You can do this with blocks or without. If you have blocks at home, that's great. If not, it's okay, you can still do it. I will show you the version without blocks first, and then I'll show you a modification with blocks. So inhale, sweep your arms up. We're in low lunge. We're really opening up through the left psoas muscles here. Try not to bend too deeply in your lower back. If you feel like you're doing that, tuck your tailbone a little bit if you have space to do so. If you find this is hard on your left knee, you can either roll your mat over or you can just tuck a blanket underneath that knee. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep your arms back. We're coming into half split. So you're guiding your belly towards your right thigh. You're guiding your right hip crease back and your left hip forward to square off the hips. And then we're challenging our balance by not touching the ground as we move in between low lunge and half split. Inhale, coming forward, low lunge. Exhale, half split. One more time, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, coming into low lunge, and I'll show you a modification you can do if you have blocks at home. So bring the blocks to either side of your right foot, and we'll use this to really open our heart space, bring our hearts forward as we move in between these two postures. So exhale, sitting back into half split. Again, think about squaring off your hips, guiding the right hip crease back as you guide your left hip forward, and keeping a flat back as you melt your belly towards your right thigh. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. And one more time, inhale, low lunge. And exhale, half split. Inhale, coming forward to meet in low lunge. Move your blocks to the side. Sweep your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center and your left elbow to your right knee, coming into a twist. Gaze comes over your right shoulder. Twisting postures are fantastic for releasing tension in the spine. So these are really great to practice if you've been sitting for too long. Inhale, coming forward into low lunge. And exhale, plant the hands on the inside of the right foot and heel to the right foot to the outside edge of the mat. We're working on lizard lunge here. So again, you can use a block or a cushion or something, or a rolled up blanket for support if you'd like to come a little bit deeper into your pigeon pose. Inhale here. And exhale if you have the space and if it feels good. Bring your elbows towards the mat or bring your elbows to a block or a cushion. We're opening up the hip here. Our hips can get really tight if we sit for too long, so this is a really nice stretch to practice if you're working from home and you find that you're sitting in your bed or at your dining room table all day. Inhale, coming back up to your hands. Turn your right toes out about 45 degrees and roll onto the edge of your right foot, guiding that right hip open. If this feels really good, you can stay here. If you want to challenge yourself or take it a little bit deeper, you can bend the left knee and reach around to come into a quad stretch. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you have bad knees, but if it feels safe for your body, it can be a really, really nice stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, release the left foot. Plant both hands on the mat, tuck the left toes, and press back into downward dog. Inhale, sweep the left toes up. Exhale, left foot between your hands. Gently lower the left knee, coming onto a rolled up mat or blanket if this is uncomfortable. And inhale, sweep the arms up. I just said inhale and then I exhale. Sorry, it happens sometimes. Inhale here. Exhale, sweeping your arms back, coming into half split. If you have a side that is really tight, like my left side is really tight, you can keep a bend in the knee to try to keep from overstretching the hamstring. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Again, you can modify this with blocks if that feels good, or if you have blocks at your house. They're really cheap on Lazada. I would recommend investing in some if you don't have them. Exhale, half split. Left hip crease comes back, right hip comes forward. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. And one more time, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge, move your blocks out of the way, sweep your arms up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, hands to heart, right elbow to left knee, coming into a twist. Gaze is over your left shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center, sweep your arms up. And exhale, plant the hands on the inside of the left foot, heel toe the left foot to the outside edge of the mat, preparing for lizard lunge. Inhaling here. And if you have space, exhaling to come down onto your elbows or onto a block. Inhale, coming back up onto your hands, turning the left toes out 45 degrees and rolling onto the edge of the left foot, using the left hand to guide the left knee out, opening that left hip just a little bit more. And if you want to take it a little bit deeper and it feels safe on your knees, you can bend that right knee. Grab the right toes with the left hand and bring the gaze over the left shoulder. And release, bringing both palms back to the mat, pressing in with all 10 fingers, tucking the right toes, and pressing back into downward dog. Those of you who have taken classes with me know how much I love a restorative pigeon pose, so we are going to work on that today. If you have a bolster, go ahead and grab it and bring it to a diagonal across your mat with the front end right behind your right wrist. If you don't have a bolster, you can use a cushion or a rolled up blanket. Inhale, sweep your right toes up. Exhale, right knee comes directly behind the right wrist. So you're hooking your leg over the front of the bolster. So your calf is right up against the front edge of the bolster. Your thigh is coming directly across the bolster. Inhale, lengthening your spine. And exhale, walking your hands forward, coming down into your restorative pigeon pose. Maybe bringing your forehead to the backs of your hands or extending your arms all the way out overhead, whatever feels good to you. We can carry quite a lot of tension in our hips, and so having the support of a bolster or something underneath your right hip is really helpful for allowing your body to release that tension. Some of us are certainly flexible enough to come all the way down without the support of the bolster, but I find that even if you do have that space in your body, having the support just feels really nice and gives your body a chance to release the tension a little bit better. Take one more inhale here. And begin walking your hands back in towards your body, spreading your fingertips wide. Exhale, tuck the left toes, press back into downward dog. Change the direction of the bolster, so the front end is right behind the left wrist. Sweep the left toes up. And exhale, left knee comes behind the left wrist. Calf is next to the bolster and thigh is coming across the bolster. Inhale, lengthening your spine. And exhale, walking your hands forward, bringing your forehead to the backs of your hands or extending your arms out overhead. Inhale, walking your hands back in towards your body. Tuck your right toes, exhale back into downward dog. Go ahead and move your bolster out of the way. And let's bring our knees down to the mat, coming into child's pose with your knees together, arms extended out overhead. So child's pose with knees together is really nice for releasing the lower back. So that's why we're going to take that today, because we're working on things that will help release tension when we've been sitting for too long. next inhale, begin gently moving out of child's pose. And let's meet in a comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. I hope that this was a nice break from the workday for those of you working at home, or just a nice stretch for anybody else. And I look forward to seeing you on the mat again soon.